Ladies and gentlemen, new episode of Two Bears, One Cave. And this is who I should have done this podcast with. Fucking screwed the pooch. I took the wrong Latino. Tommy just got done. He's, I think Tommy's retiring, Joey.
When?
I think he's going to, I think this is his last tour.
At this point, it kind of gets redundant after a while.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why I never wanted to go into arenas or nothing, because then you have nowhere to go. After an arena, what are you going to do? You going to play on Mars? What are you going to play on? On a spaceship? So it kind of becomes, listen, when you're a mid-level comic and you do the improvs, after the 9th time that you're at the Tempe Improv, you ask yourself, how much longer can I do this for?
I never asked myself that, and then I asked myself. I said to myself when I was getting ready to announce this new tour, I was like, so wait, am I just going to do this forever? Like, what is there an end date to this?
There is. And the way I look at it is you have to, like what you did was brilliant. I tell people all the time. What happened with me was I was doing stand-up, but I wasn't having fun. It was a business. Yeah. And that's a horrible way to do stand-up comedy. When you do it as a business, I wanted to fall in love with it again. Falling in love with it naturally from this, and it's not about the money, it's not about the gig, it's you driving to the shittiest open mic on a Tuesday and getting on stage. That's what you always want to do. We forgot all that. Look at what's going on in the comedian world now. We're not comedians anymore. We're not comedians anymore. We're talking about politics. We're talking about this. We're having arguments with other people.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's not what we got into this for.
It's absolutely. I definitely did not get into being.
We
a journalist.
got into this for. Listen, I'm gonna tell you what for. To get my dick sucked, to travel, and to do drugs. I got married. That was the end of getting your dick sucked. You got a girlfriend. You move in. You can't get your dick sucked. That's part of going on the road. Oh, well, I could still do drugs. Okay? And then one day you stop doing drugs. And you're like, what am I doing? I'm coming out here because I used to do the road to do drugs. Yeah. You know, I got a wife. She doesn't want to see me coked up. So I would hold off all week and then go off when I went to Houston or anywhere I went.
Yeah.
So the fun went out of it. I just wanted, after the pandemic, I'm like, thank God this happened. Thank God. I don't want to do nothing. They kept calling me, let's set up the dates for July. Call me when it's over. Okay? I'm like Green Day. Call me when it's over, whatever the fuck it is. I don't want to. And now I love it again. And I love it to the point where at night I have to go, Joey, you're not going to the city.
Yeah.
You're not going to get back till midnight or 1. That throws your whole week off. But that's where I am right now. I felt that we didn't take a break during the pandemic. You know, I mean, we didn't, we kept podcasting. You know, we didn't take a break. And Tommy Buns has to be burnt out by now.
Oh, this last tour he did was the biggest one he's ever done. And I think it's all arenas. And I know him. He doesn't do drugs. He doesn't get his dick sucked.
I enjoy the fans, and I enjoy seeing them and having a good time, but I just couldn't see myself doing this till I was 65 every week. I didn't love it that much. I loved my family just a little bit more.
You did the right. I mean, I think you've done the right thing, especially knowing like how much time you spend with Mercy, and I look back and I go, man, I was gone all the fucking girls' childhood. All of it. I saw them Tuesday and Wednesday, Monday night, Tuesday, Wednesday, until I started canceling Sundays. When do you think you loved it the most? When was the most favorite time in stand-up for you?
When I was dead broke.
Yeah.
And
why is that? Why is it when you're the poorest you are, it's the most fun?
Every night's an adventure.
Yeah.
You got $3 in your pocket and 2 comedy sets. One you're going to pick up $45 at. Let's see where the night takes me.
Yeah.
Some nights you're home at 1 and you're fucking depressed because you ate 2 bags of dick. But some nights you got the $45 in your pocket. You're at some girl's house at 4 in the morning. Everybody's snorting coke. And you're like, this is great.
Yeah.
This is great. I could do this forever. You know, we all had the best fun when we were struggling.
Yeah.
That was the best when you barely made the gig, when you don't have money to get the plane ticket that got canceled. Remember, if you got canceled in those days, you were kind of fucked. You don't have $200 again. We barely, And those are the times where I thought I had the best time. And yeah, I had great times on the road touring. You did the right thing. You broke it up. You said you have the best idea in comedy. It was the best festival in comedy, the thing on the road with the buses and stuff.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. That was brilliant because it took you off of the A markets. It put you in C markets that people never think of going to these towns.
Brandon, Mississippi.
You went to all these places. You went to a place in Tennessee that I considered the best place I've ever been to.
Where was that?
The first year we were in Tennessee one night, and I thought, I loved that town because of that. The hotel people were nice. Everybody knew you were in town. We were there for like a day and a half, and we were already talking to people. I met a great girl down there, ended up having a kid. We ate mushrooms together. Fucking, that was fun because you have no pressure on you.
Yeah.
You have no pressure on you. It's 20 minutes. I could do 20 minutes in my sleep. And I don't really care if they sell tickets.
Yeah.
When you're doing comedy, it's maintaining the material, writing material, and then your agents are calling you. Hey, Brandon, Mississippi, you're not selling tickets down there. This, that. You have so much going.
Yeah.
So much inner stress that you don't even feel. You're like, I've been doing this for years. But no, it's inner stress. You're selling tickets. Put this up. This guy wants you to play there. Hey, when you go there, they want you to stop over here and get a sweatshirt and take a picture. It's never ending. It's never ending being a comic. It never ends.
It never ends.
And once you do have a wife and a kid, I always liked those guys that you were on the road with in the beginning, and it was their third week on the road. And you're calling your wife, and you're like, I'm with Bert Kreischer, we're drinking, we're playing golf. And she's like, motherfucker, I'm over here putting a diaper on one kid, and the other kid's yelling, and you're fucking playing golf with Bert Kreischer, Like, I think women always, like, when they go to work, women are, oh, my God, you're so lucky. He must be so fun to have him around, and he must be so fun. That shit lasts a year. Women think that shit's cute for a fucking year, and then they're like, bitch, I'm over here cleaning the bathroom, and you're in Miami with Joe Rogan jumping up and down. Go fuck yourself, Women can't. They can't after a while.
Those earliest days with Rogan must have been a fucking blast.
They were a blast.
Eddie Bravo just traveling with you guys?
Eddie Bravo, Tate, Joe, Duncan, and me.
God.
And Redman in a van. Joe not knowing where he's going in the van.
Yeah.
Why are we doing this, Joe? Put the fucking thing. I know where I'm going. Arguments, the whole thing. But he took good care of us. Like, I can never be mad at that guy.
Yeah.
Like, I get mad at him for a minute sometimes. He says something stupid on the UFC or something, and I'm like, what the fuck, Joe? And then I go, that guy, he created this comedy environment for us that was tremendous. He was paying us great. We were eating like fucking kings. We were sponsored by Fogo de Chao. Okay?
I love Fogo de Chao.
We were sponsored by Fogo de Chao for like 3 years. Every town we landed in, we went to Fogo de Chao. On the arm, and then Joe would get shots that were like $400 for all of us. And then on the way in the car, he goes, you just did a $400 shot. You're like, fuck, Joe, thank you.
And that's when Joe just discovered weed.
Yes, and we made him smoke weed, and Duncan had the fucking dummy with him in the hotel,
that's right.
Nemo,
Duncan
and he used to scare the shit out of me. And Ari's always been crazy. Ari's just fucking Ari. Ari is, he's a comic in his own world. Like, now he wants to go to Europe. It's his last tour.
Yeah.
He's just, and gotta be honest with you, these guys are doing it right.
Yeah.
I was doing it wrong. I was doing it too seriously. I gotta stick to that material. Now I watch everybody doing arenas and they're talking to the audience. Everybody's talking to the fucking audience. I'm up there working hard. I can't write for shit. And everybody's talking to the audience in the arena. I was raised not to talk to the audience in a fucking arena or a big show. These guys are like, hey, what do you do for a living? I'm like, God damn it. In an arena. I'm like, God damn it.
Bert and Tom, Tom and Bert. One goes topless while the other wears a shirt. Tom tells stories and Bert's the machine. There's not a chance in hell that they'll keep it clean. Here's what we call Two Bears, One Cave. Tom.